we've got the Vive in the office. We had it on the last episode. Last Friday, we were here late, a little drunk. You were playing. Didn't matter. You were playing this little game called Final Approach that I want to talk about. And Ty, I think you played it as well.
I'm just glad you named it right.
What did I keep calling it?
Flight control.
Flight control.
Flight
path. It is flight control.
So Final Approach, I'm just going to give this a cursory description. Yeah. You play God wearing a glove that was made in the Tron universe, and you tell helicopters and planes where to go? That's all I know.
Yeah.
and you extinguish them when they catch on fire.
All right, fill me in. Why is this so fun? And why does it need VR?
It's again, I was probably one of the biggest VR skeptics until we got this thing in the office.
Yeah.
And this is obviously one of the demos we played, but when you're in there, I think this is Mary trying to screw with the poor pedestrians that live in the city. But
that's Josh.
Or Josh, whatever. Oh,
they look so
I
similar.
didn't see the lower third. But the thing is, it's. Hello. I'm going to talk into the microphone. You can tell this is my first rodeo. I'm normally behind the scenes. Mary just had a heart attack over there. But it's just you feel like you're Godzilla. You don't feel like you're God. I feel like you're just this giant, thing walking, especially in the city one. But when you're in the, you have like an ocean level where you're like just in it. It's as simple as telling helicopters and planes where to land, performing tasks. If someone catches on fire, you have to extinguish them with.
I'm gonna stop you. This sounds incredibly boring.
Yeah. What?
Listen, I might just be crazy.
No, I mean what is the making the plane land or making it crash, right? Those are really simple experiences. Like, how does the overall thing make you feel?
So what I will say is, having tried out the Oculus Rift, having tried out, I think I was the only one actually I tried out. But regardless, you put this thing on, and this is the first standing VR thing I've ever done, and I'm a little skeptical because with like what was the DK2 we had in the office? Yeah. I don't know, that thing. I could see the pixels. Granted, I'm just sitting in a chair. It was enjoyable. This, however, you're standing and you're moving around. Now, no, hear me out. I'm sitting in a chair for the DK2, and I have a controller in my hand. It hurts your head basically to grasp. Okay, I can look with my left or look with my head, but my right stick is still ingrained with like other movement and tasks. This, however, is like full VR. And what I will say about this one, that the resolution is top notch. I don't notice any pixels. The precision is what really got me like stoked. And as you said, like kind of like a Tron, you have this armband, right? I feel like I'm Tony Stark, and it's perfect. Like it's like a palette, and everything is so precise that you could do it forever. Like I don't know, there's no motion sickness involved. That was a big complaint with like VR. The precision was what like took me away, and you'll have a plane fly or direct a plane to like land, right? And then you'll forget about it, and then you hear it like in your right speaker, and you look to your right, and there's a plane in your face flying right past your eyes. Like, it is wild.
Look at those water physics people. Look at that. Look how amazing that is.
It's always so hard to communicate what makes a VR experience great, because it's just not the same as looking at it on the screen. Like, you really have to feel that sense of presence.
Yeah.
And this is our dilemma, right? I mean, how do you explain this to somebody? How do you show it to somebody? Like that clip right there with Josh messing around in the room with the Vive on it's not indicative of what that experience is really like.
No.
At all, whatsoever. Like, the only way to tell you about it is just that you have to experience it yourself.
Yeah.
It's like love. No one can tell you you're in love, Peter.
Yeah, Valve and Oculus and anyone else, like Sony, who's experimenting with VR, has a really tough road ahead of them, because they've got to get this stuff into people's hands. Maybe it's going to be word of mouth that does it.
Yeah.
Oh, look at a real aircraft simulator there.
Yeah.
Hose it down, pilot.
I mean, that game may look boring as hell. I mean, if you just watch it on this video, on this stream, but when you play it, it's hard to describe. It feels really good, especially those other demos that we had too. Felt great. So.
Oh, there's so many to talk about, and we are actually getting our final Oculus Rift pretty soon. The embargo for that lifts the 28th, and then we're going to start having a whole mess of VR coverage, and it's going to be interesting to see how we do it.
Yeah. What are your thoughts, real quick, on the PlayStation VR? Do you think that thing's actually going to come in under $500 or not?
Ooh, I think right now the guess is that they are going to try to hit 500 because they want to go beneath Oculus.
It won't be below that.
But that's the thing though, is that Sony isn't just selling the headset. They have to sell the little box that's connected to it that does the extra processing because the PS4 isn't doing all of it.
No.
So you add that cost in, who knows? But Sony, as a console manufacturer, is known for selling hardware at a loss to get people in to buy the software.
Yeah.
And the question is, can that model work for this, given that people already need to own a PlayStation 4? So this is a whole other purchase.
So they have the installed base, which is good.
That helps, but
you're asking someone to drop another 500 bones on something that,
I only have so many bones, Sony.
That's it. Said it from Peter himself.
And it's the library, right? Like that's the selling point. Like what's the Vive going for now?
800.
Vive is 800, and that comes with 2 controllers, which the Rift does not. The Rift, I think, comes with an Xbox One controller, 360 controller.
And I haven't tried the newest version of the Oculus, but that Vive was probably the best one I've tried to date in terms of PlayStation VR or the Morpheus or whatever it was called when I tried it, and then Oculus and this. That was great, but you need a space for that place too. Like we have like this, studio.
Right, that's big.
But we also live in San Francisco, and it's like how big are apartments here? We all know it's not necessarily the best experience, but you need the room.
You need the room, and there were a couple of issues that were frustrating, right? Like you have this cord, like Neo in the Matrix, just like sticking out of your head. Like unfortunately, you're gonna be losing track of where you are as far as your rotation is. So like if you can get tangled, basically is what I'm trying to say.
Leash.
Yeah. And I guess I would say like, man, it would be probably really imperative to like have this thing attached to the ceiling, or maybe they'll even have like an adapter or something like that, like some kind of like bungee system.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could see this thing being like, like the mic at like a fight club. Like, ladies and gentlemen, strap in. Like that could work.
If Josh was not here, like guiding me and help assisting me with that thing, I would have been hitting walls, knocking over his sailboat, all this other crap. I mean, it would have been bad.
Well, the interesting thing about the Vive, and I don't know if we had it activated at that time, but it has a camera that lets you see things in your environment.
It does, which is great. Well, you can make a wall. You can make like this like grid wall where it says you can actually outline your room and be like, all right, if I get to this edge, that means there is a object right in front of me.
It will also sense like just any object in the room.
Oh, it does?
You don't have to map out. Yeah, like I was at a demo once where they told me to sit down, and I was like, how the hell am I going to sit down there? Like look down, and I looked down and I could see the outline of the chair.
So you knew you were safe.
So I was able to sit down in VR while I was still in the experience that I was doing.
Cool.
There was just like a little bit of a ghostly image, which helped. Yeah, the dawn of VR is upon us. Are you guys planning on buying a VR headset? Do you have the money in the VR dungeon?
Everyone has the money. They're just loaded. Everybody.
Oh, Ty.
I don't know how the hell people are going to buy these things. I'm still skeptical that they're going to sell that well.
Well, think about it and let us know in the comments below if you're going to pick this stuff up. We're pretty lucky we get them in, but man, I could not afford this on my own.
No.
$800.
$800.
Dude, it's the library, man.
And then you need the computer to run the damn thing.
Yeah.
Like we have like a 980 in that thing, and it's a beefy machine.
Yeah.
We're talking like $2,000 plus to run that thing.
It's nuts. Mm-hmm.